It is only week 9 in the SFL, but currently there is no bigger playoff type atmosphere than you'll find in Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome into the desert for a must-win matchup for the Carolina Skyhawks and the Arizona Scorpions. And welcome into the broadcast booth, everybody. Chris Curtis, Gerald Giudice. Gerald, matchup, two teams need to win to get their playoff fates under control.
You got that right, Curtis. It's going to be a heck of a game. Both these teams needing a win, as you said before, to get them in playoff contention. Carolina coming off a 2-game win streak, having the momentum, but Arizona needs to get a win here tonight, or it's going to be curtains for their playoff hopes.
Yeah, Arizona needs to get themselves on the right side of the column here very shortly as these two teams get ready to go head-to-head. Turnover differential, the big stat to watch out for. They're only one apart in that category, +6 for Carolina, +5 for Arizona.
Yeah, both these defenses are very opportunistic in taking the football away, especially with interceptions, as we'll get to later on in the game. Both Ashley Jackson and Sully Richardson have to navigate through these two secondaries to give their team a great chance to win.
Two hungry secondaries at that, as these two teams have very prolific secondary members. We are just about to get underway. It'll be Carolina that starts with the football as we are ready for action. Kick on its way. It's going to be Harish Prasad back deep to return the kick, and we are underway in the desert. Up and gone. Prasad waits at about the 15-yard line, caught there to the 25, 30. He'll return it out to the 32-yard line, and that is where Sully Richardson and company will start this first drive. And the Carolina offense, kind of a ho-hum day last week. Not great. Logan Jack, opportunistic and convenient in the running back spot, but they got the win, which is what matters.
Yeah, he didn't have that many yards. He only had 63 yards on 32 carries, but he got the big yards when they needed it.
He'll be the deep back most of the afternoon. We'll get to the rest of the offense here in just a second. He'll get the first carry from scrimmage after a 2-yard gain. Let's talk about that Carolina offense real quick. Sully Richardson, Logan Jack, your two main bell cows. Obviously, Tony Zoma, your fullback. Sam Avolis, your wide receivers. Flash Furman, Shea Carroll, and Harish Prasad will join him. Jack Flash, your tight end. Catherine Horrell, your center on the offensive line for the Skyhawks. We'll get to the Scorpions defense here in just a minute. This is a second down for Richardson and company. In the gun, thrown right side. That's going to be a catch, third and 3. And not much to that one. Scorpions defense on the other side. Defensive ends, Dee Sachs and Mark Mello. The defensive tackles, Chad Tackle and Alex Constantine. Linebackers, Mike St. Green, BJ Lovelace, as well as Joey Tropicana. Your cornerbacks, Tanner Hendricks and Mana Kanaka, as well as Parker Thomas, Kanye Rockefeller, and Eddie Gage, your safeties for the Scorpions. This third down and 3. Ready to go. Offset I formation. Richardson making some calls at the line. See what he has for us here in the short third down. We hand off Logan Jack. He's going to get stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard, and they will have to punt. It's BJ Lovelace on the tackle for loss.
BJ Lovelace with a great tackle there. They showed a weird defense that made Richardson change up on the line here and make a fourth down in a punting situation.
Great stop for Arizona on the first drive for Carolina. Good chance to take a look at Arizona's offense here fairly shortly. Punter lined up back at the 22-yard line. Kick is up and gone, end over end. Get it at about the 30 or about the 22-yard line. And taken down at the 28 is Roscoe Justice. The Scorpions offense as they come out on the field. Ashley Jackson, your quarterback. DJ Moses, the second, your halfback. Laura Horrell, the fullback. Donnie Hands and James Hands, wide receivers. Roscoe Justice also in that group. TJ Punk and Tiberius Bovine, your tight ends for the Scorpions. We'll get to the Skyhawks defense here, hopefully after this first down play. Trips right for Ashley Jackson. And off to Moses, right side through the tackles anyway. He's going to get a 7-yard gain. Defense for the Skyhawks looks like this. Kathleen Horrell, the defensive end, along with Riley Combs. Phil Hall and Christopher Cologne, defensive tackles. Linebackers, David Horrell and Forrest Stark, as well as Shervon Prasad, Zane Doty, and Davidson Joseph, your cornerbacks. Rochelle Colson and Tristan Hatley, your safeties, along with Mark Panicelli in that group as well. 2nd and 3 for the Scorpions. Handoff left side, actually toss play left side. He's going to get taken down behind the line, actually right at the line of scrimmage, make it 3rd and 3.
Hurry up offense here from Arizona, trying to catch Carolina in a different package.
And that's going to be a tackle for loss behind the line of scrimmage, and that's a big hit to get. A 3-yard loss, and Christopher Colon, who had 1 tackle for loss last week, gets another one here.
It's his 80th career tackle for loss, and he just bowls over the offensive lineman, catches the guy in the backfield. Big defensive stop here for Carolina, forcing a punt.
2 quick 3-and-outs, respectively, from both offenses. You get a chance again to take a look at the Carolina offense after this punt play. Prasad is back deep, waiting on the kick. Left with it. It'll be a decent kick. Getting end over to the 30-yard line. Prasad has to evade one of his own players. He's going to get taken down at the 38-yard line. So bring back out Sully Richardson, looking for a more sustained drive than they had last time. Really, really good punt as well from the Scorpions, as they were able to pin him fairly deep and get him out of trouble.
Yep, Mike Winder there with a great punt to get him to win the field position battle here, and they're coming up with a first down here, just inside their own 40.
Still decent field position all told, but at least gets him out of the danger zone for sure. This will be Logan Jack in the deep back position. Richardson to throw. He gets rid of the football as his arm was moving forward. He gets tackled. That'll go down as an incompletion, 2nd and 10.
Constantine there had the ball resting on his back there for a little bit. Ball was still live, but it falls harmlessly to the ground, incomplete. Great tackle there by Constantine, putting pressure on Sully Richardson.
2nd and 10. Dangerous times to throw against this Arizona secondary with their dynamic duo. We'll talk about them here in just a second after this play, hopefully. 2nd and 10 for Richardson and company. Be a run through the middle for Logan Jack. Not much to that one. 3rd and 6 at the 41.
Brings up a nice play there by B.J. Lovelace to hold them to 3rd and kind of manageable at 3rd and 6 with Logan Jack and the offensive weapons that Carolina has. It's going to make it an interesting 3rd down.
This will be another chance for them to convert on 3rd down, 0 for 1 so far. Richardson to throw. He's going to put one right side, tipped and incomplete. Pass deflect, very good from the old reliable Eddie Gage back there.
Eddie Gage, the 12-year vet, showing off why he is such a great player in this league. The Hall of Famer makes a pass deflection there. Harmlessly goes to the ground, forcing up another 3-and-out and a punt by Michael Horrell.
Ready to get rid of the football, give it back to Arizona here. He's lined up at his own 26-yard line. So 3 quick 3-and-outs. A little bit of hot potato going back and forth this football. Kick is up and gone. It'll be returned from the 22-yard line, and he gets taken down at the 25. So scoreless here in Arizona. And bring on Ashley Jackson for her 2nd drive.
Ashley Jackson's been struggling the last couple games. She hasn't had a touchdown pass. In fact, in the last 2 games, her last touchdown pass was, I believe, in week 6. And has struggled with throwing 9 interceptions in the last 4 games also.
That was against Atlanta, correct?
Correct.
Yep. This will be Jackson with, looks like it'll be Moses to her left. One on the defensive line. 3-step drop, thrown short. Quick little completion gets nets them a 5-yard gain out to the 30.
Great protection there for Ashley Jackson to be able to dump the ball off there and kept up half of the first down yardage needed. Brings up a manageable 2nd and 5.
Got to keep them short. Keep the 2nd and 3rd short, and they'll do well. See what they can do on the 2nd down play. Trips right, one to the left as well for Jackson. Plenty on the defensive line for Carolina. Linebackers are going to move right. Toss play, right side Moses. Tries to get through the off tackle position. He's going to get a couple of yards, make it a 3rd and 3. Line to gain is the 35.
Phil Hall there with the stop. Brings up a 3rd and short situation for the Arizona Scorpions. DJ Moses has been struggling. He only had 68 yards last week. So they're trying to get him the football and try to get him going.
And off through the right side for Moses, and he's not going to get there. 4th and 2, 4 drives, 2 for each offense, and a 3-and-out on each one. and whatever team wants it more is going to get it. But both defenses playing pretty well.
Both defenses were showing their teeth early in this ball game, showing you the pressure of this game being a most needing, a must win for both teams.
And you got to feel the tension in the crowd for sure. Trying to get something going. Punt is going to be up and gone. And to end again to the 35-yard line. He's going to get taken down at the 36. We have a tie ball game scoreless in Phoenix. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and FTF and listening on 252 ESPN Greenville, New Bern. Back to Phoenix, Arizona. Chris Curtis, Gerald Judas Sessi in the booth with you. Mark Lopez on stats. Cameron Irvine, commissioner and producer, on the buttons for us. Well, thank you for making this a part of your evening routine here on a Sunday night. Richardson to throw left. He's going to go towards the sidelines with this ball. 2nd and 5. We talked a little bit earlier about the dynamic duo in Arizona, Gerald, and the Mana Kanaka and Tanner Hendricks combo has been lethal to opposing quarterbacks.
Both of them, as you can see, tie for third in the league with interceptions with 7. The best backfield duo, I think, in the SFL currently, being opportunistic and taking the ball away.
They've accounted themselves for 8 interceptions over 4 weeks. That is an insane number for the Arizona Scorpions. Offset I formation for Richardson in the 2nd and 5. He's going to get it off to Logan Jack, and he will get taken down behind the line, make it 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Going back to Mana Kanaka and Tanner Hendricks. Mana Kanaka's had 4 interceptions his last 2 games and was Defensive Player of the Week in Week 7. And I believe he had 3 interceptions.
All right. Trips right, 2 to the left for Richardson on a 3rd and 6. Trying to get the first down for these guys. Left, deep, and that is going to be caught. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Carolina goes deep and hits the strike. It's Harish Prasad.
Of course, it's going to be Harish Prasad, the leading receiver for the team in all categories: catches, targets, yards per catch, and touchdowns. Beautiful catch there, going up for the high point of the ball, protecting himself from the defender, making it a completion and a first down, moving the sticks. First down of the game.
He absolutely torched the Night Wings last week, the defending SFL champions, 199 yards on double-digit catches, and most of them looked exactly like that, to be fair. They were up and go-get-em balls from Richardson. Richardson to throw on 1st down into Arizona territory. Deep over the middle. That one's picked off, however. He's going to get picked off at the 17-yard line, and it's Eddie Gage. All reliable strikes again.
There he is, a Hall of Famer with his 61st career interception, which is all-time player, all-time great. Hall of Famer Eddie Gage coming up with a big play, the first turnover in the game. Sets up Arizona well.
Gets their offense on the field, which is of course important. They started a fairly neutral field position spot at their own 17. Too deep into their own end. It'll be through the middle. That'll be DJ Moses' 2nd. Gets a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 at the 20.
Tackle there by Sharon Prasad there. Bring up a 2nd and 8. They're going to have to get the ball. I think they're going to have to challenge Carolina's secondary if they want to win. I know you don't want to go against Zane Doty, but you're going to have to get the ball on the field or you're going to be punting a lot in this game.
Moses the only back for Jackson. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff. Moses has a hole, and it's filled immediately. Nice work by the defensive line to get there. It's a 2-yard gain, 3rd and still manageable.
Forrest Stark there with the stop. Another handoff to DJ Moses II. I think they need to go a little bit more wide and spread out the defense here to try to get some running room for DJ Moses.
For Stark, who had that last stop, he had an interception and 2 tackles for losses last week. in the win against Denver. Very good night for him. He starts out well here as well. Jackson, right side. That's a floater, and it's going to be incomplete. Tipped by two different Skyhawks. It'll hit the ground. It'll be 4th and 6. They will punt it away.
Looked like Davidson Joseph and Tristan Hatley, they were on the coverage. Ashley Jackson throwing in a double coverage, which is really you don't want to do in this game. It's going to force up another 3 and out.
So many 3 and outs so far. Only seen 1 first down between both of these teams, which is kind of, actually, no, 2. There was 1 on a run play as well. But either way, not a lot of first downs on 5 drives. Now 6, actually, for both teams. It'll be Carolina's football. Still about 3 and 17 left in this first quarter of play. Past the victory to the 42, and Prasad will get as far as the 45, but no farther. Sully Richardson back out on the field looking for a bit of redemption after that interception he threw to Eddie Gage earlier. See what they can do on offense for the 4th time in this game already.
Yep, Sully Richardson's got to protect that ball a little bit better. But yeah, he has the weapons to go down the field with Prasad, Carroll, Furman, Avoas, and getting Logan Jack out of the backfield might not be a bad idea either.
Get the ball in his hands in space, he can make some things happen. But the defensive line for the Scorpions is doing pretty good so far. Jack going to get it on first down and gets immediately tackled for the loss. It'll be a 2-yard loss at the 43.
Right smack dab in the backfield there. Chad Tackle making the tackle for loss. His 9th, I believe, tackle for loss of the season, or his 10th, I am sorry.
Good work from Chad Tackle, big Chad Tackle as well. That man is a large, massive human. Under center is Richardson. Split backs. Handoff, Jack through the middle. Not much to it. Gets to the original line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and 10. And they're only 1 for 3 on 3rd downs. They'll have to go 2 for 4 if they want to extend this and give us a little bit of offensive rhythm.
Yep, Joey Tropicana there says, how you doing there to Logan Jack, making it 3rd and 10, 3rd and long. Richard needs to come up with a big play here, sitting out of the gun.
Well, he's in the gun by himself. Plenty of options out running routes for him. He has the football, 3-step drop, looks to throw, throws it right side, deep, and it's caught, and it's going to be deep and gone. That is a touchdown for Shea Carroll, and the Skyhawks strike first.
Shea Carroll with his 2nd touchdown grab of the year, got behind the defense, and Sully Richardson put that ball right on the money, caught him in stride. Beautiful protection there by Catherine Horrell on their other offensive lineman. He was behind the defense by 10 yards. Hits pay dirt. Early lead for Carolina. Big play.
Both the safety, Eddie Gage, and the cornerback who was on him as well didn't catch the number either way. They both took a gamble on that football going for the pick, and it just ended up behind them.
Yep, just ended up behind him. Big play, big score. We're going to have Wally Herman coming up here with the extra point.
Herman, who was perfect last week in the win. Very good work so far. As this will be an extra point ready to go. First points of the game belong to the Skyhawks. It is going to be a 7-0 lead, as we'll have Arizona coming back out in just a moment. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and FTF, and listening on 252 ESPN in Greenville, New Bern. And back in the desert, Chris Curtis, Gerald Judas Sessi. Mark Lopez on stats says in my ear, a bunch of 3 and outs, and all of a sudden a 3-play scoring drive. 3 plays, 55 yards for the Skyhawks equals a 7-point advantage for them. And we are underway again as Arizona will return this from just inside the goal line. To the 10, the 15, right at the 20. Tries a spin move, gets halfway through it, gets taken out. Forward progress puts him at the 20. And Roscoe Justice probably wants that opportunity back.
Yeah, he ran right into the defender right there, and was going to start at the 20. If he would have just downed it, he probably would have saved himself a little bit of a hit there. But we'll see if Ashley Jackson can bring this game back to prominence here for Arizona.
Arizona definitely needs some points. They don't want to fall too far behind here. So this becomes a fairly large drive this first quarter. Right side, and to be a toss play for Moses. He breaks a tackle, breaks two, and ends up getting the Scorpions to a first down at the 30-yard line.
Great pitch there and great hard running there by DJ Moses to go outside the tackle box there and breaking the tackle there of, I believe that was Siobhan Prasad, and getting the first down, a big 10-yard run and getting the chains moving for Arizona.
Already 8 attempts on the ground for DJ Moses, just 20 yards, so he'll look to correct that. One reception for 5 yards as well to go with that. Moses is the deep back on this play as well. A lot of single back you're going to see from Arizona. It's typically what they're going to run. Sometimes some split back, sometimes some offset, but not much other than what you see here. This will be deep over the middle, tipped, and the tip drill does not go in Carolina's favor. 2nd and 10, as that was a nice play in the secondary.
Again, David Joseph coming up with a huge pass deflection right there. He had him deep. He just underthrew the ball just a little bit there, or that could have been gone just like the previous touchdown. That is going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Under center, Jackson, 4 on the defensive line. See what they give up here. Short pass over the middle. Got to get into the sticks. Not going to work there. At least makes it manageable. 3rd and 3 coming up for the Scorpions.
Tiberius Bovine with his 30th catch of the season brings up a 3rd and manageable. I like that play. Nice short protective pass for us to get her rolling and bring up a manageable 3rd down. Give either run or pass. Look for DJ Moses here to come up big.
Here's an offset I formation form. 7 in the box defensively for the Skyhawks. Looks like they might be sending a little extra help at the quarterback here. No, they send 4. It's collapsing. Throw right side deep. Oh, did he keep it in? He did. That's a catch. Deep right side, and the Scorpions are moving the football.
I believe that was Donnie Hands on that reception, tiptoeing through the tulips down the sidelines. We'll see if he got 1 foot in bounds there. A beautiful corner out. Caught David Joseph sleeping there. Big play there for Ashton Jackson, the Arizona Scorpion offense. First down, finally getting inside Carolina territory. We'll see if they can punch it in.
And gets all the way into field goal range as long as this play stands. Let's see if Carolina gets a little bit flag happy here with that red one on the sidelines. Doesn't look like it. Jackson looks like she's ready to snap it. She will. This will be Moses left side, gets taken down behind the line, and it is 2nd and 11. Moses with a loss of 1.
Christopher Colon there with a tackle for a loss. They really like pitching it to the outside and getting DJ Moses out in space to make him use his moves that he has to create plays. Cologne was having none of it.
Yeah, Cologne already 2 tackles for loss in this football game. Trips right for Jackson. 2nd and 11. Just inside the 35-yard line. Hand off Moses. Nothing doing. It's going to be a no gainer, but also no loss. 3rd and 11. And that is going to bring us to the end of the first quarter of play. Carolina up 7 against Arizona. This is the Simulation Football League on Twitch, or on 11 Sports and FTF, and 252 ESPN, Greenville, New Bern. Welcome back into Phoenix, Arizona. Chris Curtis, Gerald Judas Sessi with you. Second stanza of this one. Carolina and Arizona in arguably must-wins for both of these sides. Jackson's in the gun on a 3rd and 11. Inside of field goal range. Might be able to get some points at the very least. Jackson going for the one over the middle, though. That's tipped and intercepted. That's not going to happen. Returned, and then there's a fumble on the play as well. And I think Carolina is going to keep the football, but it did hit the ground. 1st and 10. And I believe it is going to be Skyhawks football.
Tip Joe works to perfection there. Davidson Joseph, who got the pick off right there. His second interception, and I believe that he was hit, and the fumble recovery was made by Rochelle Colston.
Well, that's key. That's a big play to get Richardson out on the field for Carolina, and they were able to retain the fumble after the interception. So that's good news for the Skyhawks. They're moving right to left across your dial. 1st and 10. Throw right side, a little bit of a floater towards the sideline, but it is caught for a 5-yard gainer. 2nd and a nickel.
That was a great catch by Carolyn in traffic. Actually, Jackson, no, excuse me, Sully Richardson with a great pass right there to bring up 2nd and 5.
Carroll lined up on the right side. It'll be Prasad on your left. They're in the I formation. Thrown Prasad's way. That's caught. Had to fight it, or to fit it within a seam, and he did, and Sully did just that. 1st and 10 for Carolina.
Big play there, threading the needle for Sully Richardson there. Coming right across and almost picked off there by Tanner Hendricks, but great concentration there for catching the 1st down, and Harish having a good game right now.
And Tanner Hendricks picks in 4 straight games for that man. Almost had a 5th one right there. In the gun by himself is Sully Richardson. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Has the football, 3-step drop, looks, has to move out of the pocket, but it doesn't matter. The pocket collapses, and there is a sack, 6-yard loss, and a big one for the Carolina offense.
Mark Mello there with his 7th sack of the year. Puts them in 2nd and long. Sully just could not get away from him. Great tackle, great sack, great defensive play.
Trips left, 1 to the right now for Richardson. Has to protect the football here, 2nd and 16. Quick throw, inside slant is going to be a catch. Get them 10 yards, and that'll be Prasad, who makes it more manageable on 3rd down.
Prasad there, the old reliable there for Sully Richardson. Comes right between 2 defenders again. Brings up a 3rd and kind of a manageable 3rd down situation for him. See where they come out in.
Carolina at this point 1 for 4 on 3rd downs. They could use a 2nd conversion here. Trying to take a 2-possession lead on the road. Logan Jack is in the backfield. Richardson is going to throw it. Plenty of time in the pocket. Right side, deep and incomplete. That was tipped as they were looking for a big completion down the right sideline. Not going to happen.
Trying to go up the seam to Flash Furman there. Ball gets knocked away incomplete. Bring up a 4th down in a punting situation. We'll see if Michael Hurl can pin them inside the 10 and have their defense come up big again.
And that's a big defensive stand for Arizona. You give up the interception on a tipped ball, and then for the defense to come out and play like that, of course, quick 3 and out, that's a big statement by the Scorpions defense, as they are going to give the ball back to Ashley Jackson and company. This will be returned out to the 14-yard line and no further. Big hit as well at the end of that play. Still 7-0 Carolina as we play about halfway through the 2nd quarter.
As you said, it was a big stop for Arizona's defense there, making sure that Carolina didn't score any points there on that turnover. But unfortunately, it pins them deep in their own end. Ashley Jackson better protect this football and see what they can do here.
Could be worse. Could be worse. Offset I formation for Jackson. Deep back is Moses. Jackson, 7-step drop deep over the middle. That's caught and some room to go to the 40. Did she get an 87-yarder? She did. Ashley Jackson gets the touchdown and Arizona ties the ball game.
Big play from Ashley Jackson hitting James Hands, the leading touchdown receiver for this team with his 6th touchdown of the year. Just burns him deep, and that ball was absolutely perfectly thrown. And Ashley gets her 11th touchdown pass of the season. Big play. James Hands takes it to the house.
And unfortunately, I think Zane Doty on that play thought he had help over the top. And Zane Doty comes out looking like the sheep on that particular play, as there was not 10 yards, but there was about 10 yards between the receiver and any defender for the Skyhawks. And that is a big touchdown to get for the Scorpions, and they look to tie it up here after the 87-yard strike on the left-hand side. Up and gone, 7-7 in the desert. And for a game that's must win for both sides, both defenses have absolutely played like it. Just 2 scores in the second quarter. And that's all your scoring so far in this football game. Carolina about to get the ball back and put the ball back in Sully Richardson's hands.
2 momentary lapses there by the secondary, having somebody go deep behind the defense to get the touchdowns.
That'll be from the 10-yard line for Saad, out to the 20, to the 25, to the 28-yard line. And that is where they will end that drive. Last meeting for these two teams came when Arizona was the Oklahoma City Renegades. And the Renegades at that point came out with the win. Deacon Nickens, who played on that squad, 19 for 25, 264, 2-2. Touchdowns, interceptions.
Very efficiently throwing the football there for Deacon Nickens, and Randy Mercury had an awesome game for Carolina in a losing effort. You saw 24 carries for 145 yards.
Oh, and that's a real awkward play at the line of scrimmage, but it works out for these Skyhawks. Logan Jack gets the handoff, is what we'll call that, 2nd and 1 after a 9-yard gain.
I'm not sure if he wanted to go left or right on that handoff. It looked awfully jumbled, but hey, can't argue with the result, bringing a 2nd and 1.
It definitely worked. At the 37 is where they're at. 38 is the line to gain in an I formation for Richardson. Handoff right side. Jackson trouble. He's going to get taken down by 2 Scorpions, and it's a 2-yard loss. Make it 3rd and 3.
Eddie Gage there with the tackle for loss. Having a good game right now in the first half. The tackle for loss and interception. Bring up a 3rd and 3 for Carolina.
Offset I once more. 35-yard line is where they're at. Richardson, handoff. Logan Jack has some room. The hole closes immediately. 4th and 2 on a 1-yard gain, and the Carolina Skyhawks will be forced to punt it away.
Big defensive play there by Chad Tackle. Again, the big guy, 6'5", 320, getting in the backfield there, stopping him for only a 1-yard gain, bringing up a 4th down in a punting situation again.
So Mike Horrell ready to get this ball booted away again. Roscoe Justice back deep for the return. Kick is going left. It'll floating to the right and caught at the 26 and no further on the return. Scorpions have the football, game tied in Phoenix. You're watching Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and FTF and listening on 252 ESPN Greenville, New Bern. At Arizona with the football. Ashley Jackson back out on the field. 1st and 10 for the Scorpions at their own 26-yard line, trying to answer for a long strike that Jackson hit on their last time out to James Hands. Deep back formation, or deep back is going to be Moses. He will move to the left, thrown towards the sideline. That's caught, trying to turn up field, but no go. It'll be a 7-yard gainer, and it is 2nd and 3. Let's talk about the Skyhawks here. As as you talk about them the last 4 seasons, the turnover differentials, they've been pretty good at taking care of the football, also forcing turnovers.
Well, forcing turnovers is their key this year, with Zane Doty leading the league in interceptions, and we'll talk about that later. But as you can see, plus the last 3 years, the last 4 seasons.
Yep, their rank has improved improved every single step of the way as well. That's through the middle, 1st and 10, as that'll be a Moses handoff and a first down at the 44-yard line.
Inside handoff there for DJ Moses. Great blocking, spins out of the tackle there of Sivan Prasad and bring up a first down.
This will be a Ashley Jackson formation. Nobody in the backfield with her. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Right side, thrown, caught, and they'll call it a 5-yard completion. Not much to that one. Donnie Hands will bring that one in and keep his feet in bounds. It'll be a 5-yard gainer.
Nice short, safe pass play there for Ashley Jackson to Donnie Hands right there. Brings up a 2nd and 5. They're playing conservative, and I like the way they're playing to keep the football out of Carolina's secondary's hands.
Yeah, they're working the sidelines, not so much over the middle where Carolina's burned them before. Trips right. Toss play for Moses. Gets a yard, no more. Make it 3rd and 4. Still manageable, though, as they hit the midfield straight.
Far start there with the tackle. Bringing up a 3rd and 4 at the midfield stripe. Full playbook in form right here. I believe it's going to be probably a short out, maybe even a crossing pattern, even though they don't like to go across the middle. See what they do here on 3rd down.
It's the eye. Deep back is Moses. Plenty in the defensive line to send extra help on this 3rd down. Right side, that's caught, and it'll be a first down at the 43-yard line. Don't forget, guys, you can download the ScoreStream app and follow your favorite team for live scoring updates when you aren't able to catch a game live. You can follow just your team or the entire league, the Forced Esport League, on the app. Go download the ScoreStream app for your iOS or Android device today. 7-7 game here in Arizona, 1st and 10. Trips left for Jackson. She has the football. Quick drop, left side, has the angle on it, but a dropped ball is going to be an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10.
Ashley Jackson having great protection there by her offensive lineman. Just couldn't complete the pass. Brings up a 2nd and 10.
Ball at the 43 so far. Bit of a methodical drive here from the Scorpions. Love to get some positive yardage here and make it a manageable 3rd. 7 in the box defensively for the Skyhawks. Line moves left, linebackers move right. Quick drop, thrown to the flat. Moses has the football in space, tries a spin move, gets a double spin, and he's going to make it manageable. 3rd and 1. What an individual effort from DJ Moses II.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Chris. A great individual effort there. Breaking tackles, going through the spin cycle, not once but twice, bringing up a 3rd and 1. See if they can get that first down and keep the chains moving.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see Moses again here. 2 in the backfield. 2 to the right, 1 to the left for Jackson. They will go to him. He'll try to get the first down, and he will. He sneaks through the tackles, 1st and 10 to the 30-yard line, and they're in field goal range here to try to take the lead.
What a sidestep there by DJ Moses, just shaking his head like, wow, I can't believe I just made that run. Gets the first down, keeps the chains moving. They're looking, Ashley Jackson and the Scorpions looking really good offensively on this drive.
2 in the gun with her. See what she can do on 1st down. Deep right side, tipped in, incomplete. At 2 Skyhawks in the area as well. Davidson Joseph, as you see there, is one of them. He's been all over the field with 1 pick so far.
I was gonna say I think that's either his 2nd or his 3rd pass deflection to go along with that pick. He is just playing lights out defensively, not giving Donnie Hands a chance to get his hands on that football.
Good work. That is his 3rd, according to my sheet here. 7 all game. 2nd and 10. Or Jackson and company. This is also James Hands territory. They may be able to get him over the top on the left-hand side. He's got Zane Doty on him, though. And I know Doty did not like getting beat earlier, so that's a matchup to watch currently. That's at the top of your screen. Looking to throw. Give it to Moses. He's going to try and get past the 2 oncoming Skyhawks. That's not going to work. He at least gets back to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10.
And speaking of Zane Doty, he read that screenplay perfectly. Didn't let DJ Moses get out the outside. Bring up a 3rd and 10 here for the Scorpions.
Looking for only their 4th first down conversion on third down. Diving play over the middle. That is dangerous stuff. Nearly a problem. Linebacker gets in and breaks it up. 4th and 10, and the Scorpions will attempt a field goal.
Yeah, Kathleen Horrell there with the pass deflection looked like actually threw it right to her, but sometimes the defensive ends don't have the greatest hands in the world. So, speaking from experience, so it's going to be a
That's why they play defense, right?
exactly right. Let's bring up a 47-yarder.
Yeah, 47 yards from the left hash. Bryant Dynasty. First field goal attempt of the game. Snap is good, hold good, kick up and on the way. It is up, and it is through. Very good work from Bryant Dynasty. Gives the Scorpions a 3-point lead in a must-win game, really, for both teams. Arizona is in more desperate need, I think, than Carolina, however.
I believe you're right there with being 2-6. A 7th loss will definitely take them almost out of the playoff race, you could say. But a great time-consuming, methodical drive, 12-play, 43-yard drive, puts points on the board. Doesn't give Carolina in that offense really a lot of time to move the ball down the field. If they want to score, they got to score quick.
Reminder, Carolina received the football to start this game as well. Prasad's got a run back to the 29-yard line. And that is where they will start this next drive. So if you're Carolina, take some time off the board here, take some points with you into the locker room if you can, and force Arizona to force Arizona to start the second half with the deficit, as opposed to giving them a chance to take the lead further. That's what they'd like to do. Richardson left side. That's Clark trying to turn it upfield, and not going to do it is Shea Carroll. That will work. His second catch gets him a 6-yard gain.
Actually, that was Harish Prasad on there on the catch, along with Highland bringing up a 2nd and 4. Good job to get out of bounds, stop the clock, and save some time so they can save their timeouts.
Prasad with the short reception there. He's more of a long catch guy. He burned the Night Wings on multiple occasions with long passes down the left side last week. The short routes are not his forte when they work there. That's going to be a Logan Jack run, and he is going to lose a few on that, make it 3rd and 7. And that is a great defensive play from the Scorpions to make it 3rd and long.
ED Sachs right there with a great defensive play there. The loss of 3 on the play, bringing up 3rd and 7. This Arizona's defense is playing hungry right now.
The crowd trying to will their team to a stop as well. Richardson to throw. Big 3rd down. Left side. Deep. Tipped in. Incomplete as the coverage on Prasad is gorgeous. 4th and 7.
Great defensive play here by the Arizona secondary. I believe that might have been Manakanaka on the pass deflection there. A great defensive stand for Arizona, getting them the ball back. With their timeouts, they have a chance to put more points on the board.
The clock can stop 4 times with Arizona having the football. That's key. Mike Horrell has the punt duties as he will get this up and away here shortly. Snap's a good one, plenty of time. He'll get it booted downfield. Fair catch called for by Justice. He will catch that one at the 33-yard line, and it remains a 10-7 ball game.
This has been an impressive game for both clubs. You can tell that both clubs are fighting to stay alive in this playoff hunt. Who wants it more? We're going to find out here in the last 2 minutes of this game and the second half.
Should be good. Should be real good. This last 2 minutes should be good as well if the Scorpions play their up-tempo offense. They did it a little while ago as well in that first quarter. On the first drive, went no huddle for a little bit. See if they decide to go that way this time. Thrown short, turning upfield. Not much to that other than a 2-yard gain. That brings us to the 2-minute warning. 120 seconds left to halftime. 10-7 game in Arizona. You're watching the Simulation Football League at 11 Sports and FTF and listening on 252 ESPN Greenville, New Bern. So welcome back into to Phoenix, Arizona. BA Dynasty in the FTF Next chat at twitch.tv/FTF Next, asking how many Horals are in play today. I count 5. 4 on the Carolina Skyhawks, 1 on the Arizona Scorpions. So something to look out for. We'll get the list down in just a second. Left side caught at the 45-yard line to the 47. Arizona trying to move the ball to get the first down, Gerald.
And here comes that up-tempo offense you said before, like they did in the first quarter.
Offset I formation, that's to the right. Caught, plenty of room, and a spin move is going to get them another first down, get them to the 42. They're on the precipice of field goal range here, trying to get points before the half.
That was a great play call. They're having the wide receivers crisscross and getting the secondary off kilter there. They're just trying to get the ball in field goal range here to make it a one-touchdown game. That Zane Doty better get back on side there.
Right. They could have snapped that football, and the Skyhawks would have been in trouble there. This will be a long play over the middle for Jackson, tipped and incomplete. That's not going to go. Yeah, there's 5 Horals that are in play today. You have Kathleen and Catherine on the Skyhawks. You have David and Michael as well. And then on the Arizona Scorpions, the fullback Laura Horal, number 28 for the Scorpions, is on the roster as well. So it's a family affair here in the SFL. Not to mention the Hands brothers as well, Donnie and James on the Scorpions. We've got a couple of brother duos in this league as well as cousins. It's a pretty good time for all involved. Over the middle for Jackson, diving attempt, and that's not going to go for James Hands.
James Hands there with the target and incompletion, and bringing up a 4th and 10 just inside of midfield on the Carolina side of the football. Just going to pin him deeper. I think this is going to be the kneel down for the quarter. We'll see what happens here.
Well, still plenty of time yet, so that'll give Carolina a chance to put some points on themselves if they can. 1:06 left and 3 timeouts. They'll try to pin the Skyhawks deep in their own territory, bounce the 10-yard line to the 5, and down there. So they'll get it at the 6 is where Richardson will come out, get in the shadow of his own end zone with just a minute to go in the first half.
57 seconds, as you said, all 3 timeouts. Does give them a chance to use the whole field there. So we'll see if Sly Richardson can bring the ball down the field and get them some points before the half.
D Horrell 56 in the FTF Next chat says, families that SFL together stay together. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome indeed. Offset I formation for Richardson and company. Hand off Logan Jack. Wouldn't be surprised to see Jack a couple of times in a row here to try to get him to the half. 2nd and 9.
And going along with the families that SFL together stay together, the kind of difficult when one's on the opposite side of 4, but gonna make an interesting discussion there at the Thanksgiving Day table.
Yeah, no kidding. Or at any dinner table, to be honest with you. Off again for Jack. He's going to get taken down behind the line. It gives that yard right back. 3rd and 10 at the 6.
I'm surprised Arizona isn't calling a timeout here to make them punt out of their own end zone. You never know what can happen. A block punt, bad snap. But it looks like they're going to be content to go in the locker room up 10-7.
Looks like that might be the case. They'll try 3rd and 10 here. And this will be up the middle. Not much to that. It'll be a loss of a yard. 4th and 11. And the mistake that Carolina's making here, I think, is they're not letting time go off of the. Actually, they did. So that'll at least be that. So that'll get us to the end of the first half. And in a 10-7 ball game, 3 points at the halftime break. Gerald, your thoughts on this first 2 quarters?
First 2 quarters of play were actually pretty exciting football from both sides of the field. We had both 2 long touchdown throws by Sully Richardson and Ashley Jackson. As you see, the stats right there are pretty even as far as time of possession. But Arizona just seems to have the passing game going with Ashley Jackson with that huge chunk to James Hands for the touchdown. As you can see right here, we see the interception there by the Hall of Famer Eddie Gage. Both defenses come out playing well. It's a 10-7 ball game. Of these defenses, there's only been 2 interceptions, 1 for each ball club.
Yep.
So we'll see if they can get their offenses going. The defenses are playing well.
Slight yardage advantage for Ashley Jackson, 172 versus Sully Richardson, 125. 7 for 12 is Sully Richardson, and 9 for 17 is Ashley Jackson. So the completion percentage is in favor of Sully Richardson. Receiving leaders for both teams: Harish Prasad has 4 receptions on 5 targets for 59 yards. And on the other side, it is a tie for Donnie and James Hands, 3 receptions each, 109 yards receiving for James Hands, including that long 87-yard touchdown strike. So good stuff early. The turnover differentials, they were pretty much even coming into the game for both of these squads, and both in the top 10. So that very, very good stuff from them early as they continue to try to take care of the football and force those turnovers. As these teams both need a win, Gerald, safe to say we probably see some more risks and gambles in the second half.
I would say so. I'd say more on the line of Carolina, since they are losing this football game. Arizona had a great long 12-play drive, not a lot of yards, but took the ball and took a lot of time off that clock. I think Arizona needs to do that with having the football keep the Carolina Skyhawks offense off of the field. So we'll see what happens in the second half.
Need some time is the Arizona calling card right now. Try to take some time off that clock as they'll have first crack at the football in this second half. If you're just joining us, missed a heck of a game so far. Chris Curtis, Gerald Giudice with you, and that is Roscoe Justice with the football in his hand from the 3-yard line. Spin move out to the 25, and no further than that. So let's enter one Ashley Jackson back out on the field. 1 touchdown, 1 interception so far as she brings her crew back out onto the turf for this first drive of the second half. Arizona sitting at 2-6 in desperate need of a win in week 9 of 12 of the SFL regular season. On the other side, Carolina sitting at 3-5. They could go into a pool of teams at 4-5 with a win here. Jackson on first down, left side, that's picked off on the first play from scrimmage, and guess who? It's Zane Doty once more for number 13 on the season.
Unbelievable. Zane Doty just seems to get interceptions on a regular basis. Beautiful. Read Ashley Jackson's eyes right there. It just picked the football off. And you see his 13th interception for the year, his 26th for his career. So half of his interceptions for his career have come in the first 9 games of the season.
How about 6 pass deflects to go with it that could have gone either way? So you maybe add more to that total if he's able to hold on to a couple of those. So real good work from Zane Doty so far in this season. I formation for Logan Jack. Through the middle he will go. It'll be a 6-yard gainer, and it'll be 2nd and 4.
Let's talk about these opportunistic defenses here. Big play by the Skyhawk defense to get them back in this football game on Arizona's side of the field. We'll see if they can at least manage a field goal, if not punching in for a touchdown.
They're on the outside of field goal range currently, but that may change. Jack through the middle. Let's try to cut it back inside. Not going to work, and it'll be a loss of a couple as well. 3rd down, still manageable for the Skyhawks.
D.D. Sachs and B.J. Lovelace there with the tackle, bringing up a 3rd down and about 6, I think, for the Carolina Skyhawks. We'll see what they can do here. See if they can get that first down and keep the chains moving.
3 to the right, 2 to the left, 5 wide for Richardson on a 3rd and 6. Has the football, 3-step drop, looks to throw, plenty of time, gets it dumped off, got to get forward, can't do it. Going to get taken down by Scorpions converging, and that's going to be a 3 and out off the turnover, and great play there by the Scorpions to converge the football.
Great defensive play there by Arizona. The secondary not letting Sully Richardson throw the ball deep, having to force him to dump it short, and then tackling him short of the first down, forcing a punt.
And from the midfield stripe, this punt will go. They'll try to pin the Scorpions down deep. It'll bounce at the 10-yard line and to the 5, to the 3, downed it in time at the 3-yard line, and Jackson and company will have to start the drive in the shadow of their own end zone.
But once again, a humongous defensive stand there by Arizona after a turnover. Although they pinned them deep inside their own 5, we get the ball back, and we'll see if DJ Moses and company can get this ball moving, get some yards, take some time off the clock.
Offset I formation for the Scorpions. Right side, Moses can try to break a tackle, and it will be a 2-yard gainer, 2nd and 8 out to the 5.
Javon Passad there with the tackle. As you can see, DJ Moses with 3.1 yards per carry average, better than he had last week against the Las Vegas Fury.
Trips left, one to the right for Jackson. Moses is in the backfield. He'll get the football. It gets taken down. Did he get into the end zone? Oh, is that a safety? No, stopped at the 1, 3rd and 11. That was super, super close. Thought they had him behind the line, but instead it's 3rd and long.
Christopher Colon there with almost a 2-point play there for Carolina, bringing up a 3rd and long. Actually needs to be careful here because they're right at their own goal line.
Trips right. I'd expect probably a very quick pass, if anything. Toss play instead. Oh, did they get him? Did they? They did not get him in the end zone. Right at the goal line, 4th and 12. Somehow, Horrell with the stop. And that is a punt that's not going to have a lot of room to get executed.
Wow, DJ Moses just getting out a questionable play call there with a toss play of all places at your own 1-yard line. And you know they're pinning their ears back to get there. Unbelievable.
Super rush punt's going to get caught at the 37-yard line, return to the 32. And Pruitt on that return. So 1st and 10. The Scorpions with a 3-point lead, but the Skyhawks knocking on the door. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and FTF, and listening on 252 ESPN, Greenville, New Bern. Back to it, 10-7 lead for the Scorpions. However, they're in a bit of a tough spot. Carolina's already in field goal range, starting this drive off at the Arizona 32. Offset I formation for Sully Richardson. Plenty in the box defensively. Offset I formation, handoff through the middle. Jack gets taken down immediately. Jack's had a bit of a rough go of it. No gain on that play, and only 14 yards so far in this game on now 16 attempts.
Joey Tarpacana squeezing Logan Jack there for no gain, bringing up a 2nd and 10.
I like that. That was a really good punt. I formation.
I appreciate that.
For Jack, this time gets a couple yards going forward and make it a 4-yard gainer to 3rd and 6. And they could be content to go for a field goal here. Wouldn't be surprised to see them maybe take a shot here, Gerald, on 3rd down.
They could take a shot here on 3rd down. I would suspect maybe a run play just to assure the offense of getting the 3 points and not risking another turnover by an interception with either Hendricks or Canuck or even Eddie Gage in the backfield.
Well, they will throw right side. Pretty safe, conservative throw to the right. A 2-yard gainer will get him to the 27, make it a 44-yard attempt as that ball caught and brought in by Flash Furman, his first catch.
Just like a long handoff right there. Safe as houses, that play. Brings up a 4th down and a field goal situation, as you said. Parker Thomas was on that stop.
And Wally Herman ready to try the field goal from 44 and the right hash. To tie the game. Snap good, hold good, kick up and on the way. It is up, and it is through. Herman for the 2nd time today is good from long. 10-all in the 3rd quarter in a very tense playoff-type atmosphere game.
Big kick, big time play there by Carolina's defense to hold them inside the 1. Offense comes up, not a great offensive drive, but it puts points on the board and ties the football game.
You got to win the field position battle there, and they did just that. Field position resets here as this ball will be returned from the 2-yard line. Justice has it in his hands, moves left at the 15 to the 20, and gets taken down at the 25-yard line. Scorpions have the football, and Ashley Jackson, outside of her own end zone now at least, has some room behind her, and maybe they can get something going on offense.
At least you don't have to deal with the shadow of the goalpost there with their view. We'll see if they can get the drive going here with DJ Moses again, or maybe trying to get the ball in the hands of the Hands brothers.
Two to the right, one to the left. The one at the left bottom of your screen, James Hands. He's the one who burned him earlier for a touchdown. Moses through the middle on the handoff. It's a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6.
As you can see there by the graphic, not a lot of yards per carry there for DJ Moses. 49 yards on 19 carries. Both defensive stuffing the run, and that was for a start there with the tackle.
Yeah, Moses with 49 yards still has about 3 times as many yards as Logan Jack on the other side, but that bar is not particularly high. Jackson, deep left side, tipped and nearly intercepted. Doty in the area again, nearly brought down his second.
Another pass deflection for Zane Doty, almost his 14th interception of the season. 14 interceptions almost in 9 games. Brings up a 3rd and 6. Actually needs to protect that ball a little bit better.
Take a look at the James Hands Zane Doty matchup at the bottom of your screen. 3 coverage guys, right side as well with 2 receivers. Shotgun play for Jackson. Play action for Moses. Over the middle, tipped and incomplete. That is not going to go. James Hands, the intended target. 3 and out for Arizona at an inopportune time.
I couldn't agree with you more there, Chris. 3 and out when you have clearly the momentum on Carolina's side of the field right now. Little Mo wearing a white and blue jersey. We'll see if they can Windog here can punt them deep and get the field battle switched onto their side.
Punt upcoming. Give Carolina back the football. Punt from their own 15. Kick is up and over, down to the 39-yard line, return to the 42, and no further. Richardson back out on the field in a 10-10 game. And right after this, you're watching the Simulation Football League at 11 Sports and FTF, and listening on 252 ESPN Greenville, New Bern. And back to it. 10-all game in Phoenix, Arizona. Chris Curtis, Gerald Judas Sessi in the broadcast booth. Mark Lopez on stats. Commissioner and producer Cameron Irvine in the booth, hitting all the buttons, making us look real pretty. Well, not making us look real pretty. That'd be a reason for you to turn it off. Anyway, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Offset I formation for Richardson. To the left towards the sideline, drags the foot. It'll be a 4-yard completion, not much more than that for Prasad. And it's 2nd and 6.
Prasad is usually with the 6th reception for 68 yards. Brings up a 2nd and manageable situation here for Carolina. Trying to get points on the board to take the lead in this pivotal football game here.
Officially a 5-yard reception there, 2nd and 5 instead. The 47-yard line, just shy of midfield. Split backs behind Richardson. 4 on the defensive line. Looks like Arizona's content to go into coverage here. Handoff instead for Jack. He's got some speed and momentum through the middle. He's going to get him a 1st down at the 46-yard line into Scorpion territory. And it's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Carolina offense.
I totally agree there. Beautiful block there by Tony Zoma to open up the hole for Logan Jack. That quick inside handoff seems to be working well for Carolina. We might be seeing more of that here in the later stages of the game.
Give him some momentum to run downhill, especially when Arizona's content to move back into coverage. We'll see if that continues. Under center, there's Richardson. Throw over the top left side, tipped and incomplete. 2nd and 10 at the 46. It is Tanner Hendricks in the area with the PD.
Tanner Hendricks having another great game with pass deflections. Ball was just slightly underthrown there. Slade Richardson was lucky that wasn't picked off.
2nd and long. Goal on this play should be to make it a manageable 3rd down. Carolina has not been great on 3rd down in this game. They got trips left with Richardson in the gun. High snap brings it down. 3-step drop, moves in the pocket, throw left, and out of bounds goes the receiver. Prasad can't get it in, and it'll be 3rd and 10, 3rd and long coming up.
Great play call there by the Arizona defense, putting only 5 up front and dropping back 6. Sully Richardson having nowhere to throw the football. Tried to throw the short pass to Prasad. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd and long situation.
Prasad, top of your screen. 3 to the right as well. On 3rd down. Over the middle. Take what they can give you, but he gets taken out. And the ball squirts loose. That is a big hit laid to knock the pigskin to the turf. 4th and 10, and the Skyhawks will punt.
Yes, Jack Flash wasn't jumping on that play. The big hit there forces the ball out, bringing up a 4th down and a punting situation. We'll see if Michael Horrell can once again pin them deep inside their own territory, almost coming up with a safety on the last drive.
See if that happens. Skyhawks love nothing more than that at this point. This ball gets sent down to about the 10-yard line. It'll bounce the 2 to the 1. Did they get it in time? They did not this time. It'll be down in the end zone, and out to the 20 we go. Very close, but no cigar for the Skyhawks special teams unit.
Unbelievable try there by the special teams unit for Carolina. I never understood why they never punted toward the sidelines. They always put it to the center to try to hope to down it. Put it to the sidelines. The worst comes to worst, you get it at the 10.
Right side, there's trips receivers there. Ashley Jackson from her own 20. 5-step drop, thrown over the middle, that's caught. 1st down and a few more out to the 32-yard line. 12-yard reception for Donnie Hands.
Great reception there by Donnie Hands. Ashley Jackson having a decent day across the field. Look at that beautiful throw and catch there, getting the 1st down, getting the ball moving. Hopefully getting some momentum back on Arizona's side of football.
Not a great completion percentage day for Ashley Jackson, but she's made the throws for the most part when they matter. Still 2 interceptions that she absolutely wants back, but the 1 touchdown, the long strike, definitely sitting in the favor of Arizona fans at the moment. It'll be a tackle for loss or at least no gain, as Moses could not get going forward. 2nd and 10 coming.
David Horrell there with the tackle, bringing up a 2nd and 10. Both these teams, to me, look like they're playing tight, not willing to make that mistake to break the game open in this pivotal game right now.
Single back. Back there is Moses. To be a throw left side, jumping the route, nearly bringing that back. What a play by the Carolina secondary. That was very dangerous.
Mark Panichelli there with a pass deflection there, almost picking it off. If we would have picked that off, he would have been dancing in the end zone with a pick 6, but it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He'd have been running back to Raleigh at this point had he been able to pick that one off. Nobody was going to catch him. 3rd and 10. Got to get it to the 43-yard line for the 1st down. Jackson to throw. Looks left. That is going to be incomplete. Caught out of bounds. Nothing doing. James Hands can't bring it in. And it'll be a punting situation for the Scorpions.
Was forced to throw that ball toward the sideline a little bit more than she wanted, and he couldn't get his feet in, bringing up a 4th down in the punting situation. Here comes the field position battle once again for these two clubs in a 10-10 ball game.
We spent a majority of this for this 3rd quarter squared up at 10s. 3 and change left in the 3rd. High snap for the punter, very dangerous, but was able to get it away. Fair catch called for at the 32-yard line, and that is going to bring us to a break. 10-all, Carolina has the football when we come back. This is the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and FTF, and 252 ESPN Greenville, New Bern. And back to it, 10-all. 1st and 10 for Carolina at the Carolina 32-yard line. So decent field position. Just take a look there at Joey Tropicana. Made a couple of decent plays tonight. He'd love to make an impact play here on this drive, maybe give his team the lead on a turnover. He'd love that. Offset I formation for Richardson. And off Logan Jack, going to try to cut it outside. And he'll get taken down after a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 to the 34.
Great play there by the Arizona defense, stopping them, playing a 1-yard gain. And that inside handoff that seems to be working quite a bit for Carolina, but not on that play.
Split backs for Richardson. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff. Oh, what a huge hit. Clothesline at the 35-yard line. 3rd and 8. And that was a major hit levied by the linebacker.
BJ Loveless showing no love right there on Logan Jack, putting the hammer down, bringing up a 3rd and long situation for the Carolina Skyhawks offense.
Last thing they want is another 3 and out. They're going to go 5 wide for what seems like the umpteenth time today on 3rd down. 3-step drop over the middle, caught, floated a beautiful ball over the middle, and it's going to be to the 37-yard line, just to 2 minutes left in the 3rd.
Flash Furman there with the big reception going across the middle there. I don't know if the linebacker got sucked. I don't know how the linebacker got sucked in there. BJ Loveless, I believe, or George Tropicana was the linebacker that got sucked in with the play and then left him wide open across the center of the field. Good reception there. Good read by Richardson.
Unofficially, only the 2nd 3rd down conversion for Carolina in this game, unbelievably enough. 1st and 10 for the Skyhawks. Throw left, caught towards the sideline, and that is a crossing pattern that nets them 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5.
In the safe vicinity of Mr. Haris Prasad right there, and brings up a 2nd down and 5 situation for Carolina.
Let's go.
Harish 7 for 10 on target, 73 yards this point in the football game. Had a pretty good impact. Carolina love to hit him over the top like they did multiple times last week. Oh, that's a free play. Richardson's got to take advantage of this. Throws to the outside. It's caught. 1st down, so it may not matter. Out to the 32 in Arizona territory. It's Shea Carroll with the catch, and they're in field goal range.
Great catch by Carroll there, being on a high pass, but like you said, he had a free play because of number 99, Mark Mello, jumping offside, but it doesn't really matter. They get a 1st down, move the chains, move the clock, moving the football.
That is a mean mug right there on Shea Carroll. He knows. He knows exactly. 10-all. Take a look there at Manakanaka. He's on Shea Carroll at the bottom of your screen. Harish Prasad and Tanner Hendricks at the top of your screen, 1-on-1. Thrown at Hendricks towards Prasad, and that's going to be incomplete. Hendricks with the PD. Huge play defensively, 2nd and 10.
You gotta love this matchup on defensively for Arizona against the wide receivers for Carolina. You got Prasad and Carroll going up against probably one of the two premier backfields in the league with Hendricks and Kanaka. Great defensive battle here going on.
4 of the more competitive personalities in the SFL as well, so real fun to watch. Entertainment value at its highest. Richardson looking to throw right side. Oh, nearly a one-handed interception. Not going to happen. Very close. It's Parker Thomas getting in to make the stop.
Another defensive pass there. Pass defense by Parker Thomas, bringing up a 3rd and 10 situation. Although they are in field goal range, I'm going to see probably a safe pass, short pass to try to at least get the lead.
Scorpions crowd getting loud on a 3rd and long. Trying to get to a 4th down scenario. Richardson has the football. 3-step drop, throws, Enzo, got it! Touchdown, Carolina! It is Shea Carroll beating Manakanaka, and it's Carolina who takes the lead.
Great throw and catch there. Sully Richardson looking all the way down the field for Shea Carroll. Shea Carroll with a great route to the corner behind the defense. Big play there for Carolina to get a touchdown and put them ahead by 6, extra point pending.
67 yards, 8 plays, and more importantly, time off the clock. A very nice drive by the Carolina offense gets them 6 points, possibly 7 here as long as Wally Herman doesn't croak it. See if that indeed is the case. 16-10, snap good, hold good, kick up and on the way. It is up, and it is through with no issue. Man, how bad I would have felt if he actually did on that particular play. That being said, 17-10 Skyhawks over the Scorpions currently in the third quarter.
We did have a game this year that had 3 extra points missed
Yeah,
earlier
I
this
know.
year, so that the extra points aren't a gimme right now. But that was Shea Carroll's second touchdown catch of the year, and it couldn't have come at a better time for Carolina.
That would have been real weird if that was the case. Back the other way, it'll be at the goal line. Returned. Oh, this might have something to do with it around the edge. And nothing much more than that goes Roscoe Justice. It'll be at the 31-yard line. Good field position start for the Scorpions, now down 7 points and in need of some points on the other side of the field, moving right to left across your dial.
Great return there by Justice, who only averages 22 a kickoff return, but gets 31 on that to set them up in decent field position. Ashley Jackson bringing them to the line to see if they can do any damage.
In the gun. As Moses to her left. Looks to throw. 3-step drop. Fires a missile over the middle, and that is going to be incomplete. Another pass deflect by this secondary as they get in front of most of those. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Forrest Stark there with the pass deflection. As you can see, 3 catches on 9 attempts and trying to get him the ball. But the Skyhawk defense is saying, no can do.
What they're doing is they're making other members of the receiving corps for the Scorpions beat them. They're saying, James Hands, you are not going to beat us repeatedly. He does have the long touchdown earlier, but has been fairly quiet since. Jackson to throw. Over the middle, hooks one and gets a first down and more near the midfield stripe at the 49-yard line is where he is at. That'll work for Donnie, little brother to James, and it's 1st and 10.
If James don't get you, if one hand won't get you, the other hand will. Donnie with a great catch there. I would have loved to have seen that ball just thrown in there a little bit harder, a little bit quicker. He probably could have got more yards with that. But either way, it's a great play for a first down.
That's excellent. Left hand is James, right hand is Donnie. That's I didn't even make that thought process happen. Nice work. Offset high formation for Ashley Jackson. Handoff. Plenty of room on the right. Got to get it going. Get the legs churning forward. It'll be a 7-yard gainer for Moses the second.
Good run there, making a 2nd and 3. I think he could have taken that play to the outside a little bit more and gained more yards.
17-10 Carolina over Arizona as we hit the end of the third quarter. This is the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and FTF. Also listening on 252 ESPN Greenville, New Bern. back in the desert, 17-10. Carolina has the lead over the Scorpions, and Scorpions have the football moving left to right across your dial. Chris Curtis, Gerald Giudice in the broadcast booth. It's a 2nd and 3 for Ashley Jackson and company. See what they can do trying to get this first down. Handoff. Moses and the Skyhawks converge immediately. Make it a loss of 2. Make it 3rd and 5.
Forrest Stark again busting through the middle to bust up that run play. Surprising they're not running the ball to the outside more with either the pitches or the tosses that they've been doing. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
Trips left for Jackson. 1 to the right. Handoff again. Nothing doing. Another loss of yardage. Questionable play call, I think, is fair. And at 4th and 6, and the Scorpions are going to have to punt it away.
Forrest Stark again in the backfield, just wreaking havoc against the running game of Arizona. Bring up another punting situation. Can Arizona's defense come up big again, pinning them deep? We'll find out here in a minute.
And whatever momentum that Moses had in the first half has since dissipated for only 53 yards on the ground. Less than 10 in the second half so far. That'll be down at the 4-yard line as well. So a real good punt is going to put the Skyhawks deep in their own territory. And now Sully Richardson in the same spot that Ashley Jackson was in earlier with similar yardage.
Great punt there by Mike Window. I don't know how that kick was not blocked. One came in scot-free, but now they're pinned inside their own 5. We'll see how Sully Richardson handles it. Hopefully better than the way Ashley handled it earlier in the game.
Back formation, handoff. Logan Jack has some room to go through the middle and gets 8 yards just like that. Gets them out of the shadow of their own zone, and they can run their offense.
Great run there by the 5'11", 239 running back Logan Jack. That inside handoff seems to be working well. It looks like it's like a mix-up there on the backfield, but the play calling is running well, bringing up a 2nd and short.
Only 5'11". He's kind of small. He can fit into some spaces that some bigger backs probably would not. Look at a 2nd attempt. Here, this time, the Scorpions get to him for a loss. It'll be 3rd and 4. Still manageable if the linebacker got to him.
I would call that the announcer's curse right there. As soon as we start praising, then B.J. Loveless says, yeah, okay, we'll see what happens here. Lost it 2, making it 3rd and 4.
Offset I formation on a pretty critical 3rd down here. They'll put the Scorpions in really good field position if they stop this, and they do. What a pass deflect there by the linebacker Loveless as he gets a hand on it going away from him. Big play, huge flexibility. 4th and 4, and the Skyhawks will have to punt it.
B.J. Loveless coming up huge on that pass deflection. They had Jack Flash going up the seam, either him or Prasad, but it was a beautiful pass deflection there by Loveless, saving a big play and forcing the punt out of their own end zone.
Certainly enough room to get this punt away for Horrell. Horrell will send this one gone. Get it just short of the 40-yard line. Returned it to the 35. So now the Scorpions are in business. Good field position for those guys. Just at the precipice of field goal range, would be a 52-yarder from this spot if they didn't go anywhere. And this becomes a crucial offensive possession for them as they try to tie this ball game up.
Yeah, Ashley Jackson, and DJ Moses need to start pushing that ball down the field. At least get him into field goal range, as you said.
Old free play. Handoff through the middle. Moses will get 1 yard, but it's not going to matter. That's going to be deleted. And we will have a 5-yard encroachment. Looks like the Skyhawks got a little bit jumpy.
Yeah, they're expecting a run there by DJ Moses and kind of jumped the snap. Who was the guilty party? Oh, Riley Combs she got a little bit antsy. Gives them a free 5 yards, brings up a 1st and 5.
Still a 7-point game for the Skyhawks. They got to eliminate errors like that. Only the first penalty so far on the Skyhawks. Only 1 penalty on the other side as well. Talking about the Scorpions. Same offside penalty. No challenges in this game either. So far anyway. Right side, Moses has some room to go. Trying to break a tackle, can't do it. Gets a little bit closer. 17-10.
Great play there by Patticelli bring up a second and short situation for Arizona, looking on the offset eye.
And off left side. Moses has some room to work. Has to get it to the outside. There's a block to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Arizona. What a play by DJ Moses, and great blocking downfield to prove it.
Great blocking there by the offensive line and wide receivers for Arizona, bringing DJ Moses to the outside, virtually untouched for the touchdown. Great block, great camera view there of the outside block to seal it, and there he goes to the corner of the end zone, untouched. Big run for DJ Moses. Touchdown Arizona, big score to get them back in this ball game.
Well, that's exactly what the doctor ordered. For the Scorpions, tie this ball game up as long as the extra point has no issues. Snap good, hold good, kick up and on the way. It is up and it is through. We are knotted at 17. Carolina with the football when we come back to the desert. This is the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and FTF and 252 ESPN Greenville, New Bern. Back to the game is at hand. It's 17-all. Carolina about to get the football back. See if they can put some more points on the board to answer the touchdown run from DJ Moses. The second kick is up and gone. Returnable from the 7 to the 20, right at the 25 to the 30. And he's going to get taken down at the 28. Harish Prasad anyway. As you see there, 2 touchdown returns on kicks for him. He's tied, three-way tie for second in that category. There's 4 players with 1, but then you got to take a look at Chase Earl of the Gladiators with 3 so far in 9 games. That's impressive.
Yep, 3 for Chase Earl, but 2 for Harish Prasad, who can beat you offensively and on special teams. Great player.
Jack has a run through the middle. He's going to get lit up like a Christmas tree, though, after a 1-yard gain. It is a 2nd and 9.
There's Joey Tropicana once again saying, "How you doing?" Breaking a 1-yard run.
How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
Chad, how you doing? Trips left for Richardson here. See what he can do. One to the right as well. That's Prasad on the out route. He will have it, and not much more than a couple of yards on that 3rd and manager, as they have a key 3rd down coming up here. Last thing they want, obviously, a 3 and out. So they want this 1st down probably more than most things in this game.
Then definitely get a 1st down and just keeping the ball safe. Great safe play there, making it 3rd and 6, making it manageable for their offense.
And the gun is Richardson. The outside has to try to turn it upfield. Gonna have the 1st down and more. And rough time getting to the football for the Scorpions defense. Nets the Skyhawks a key 1st down, 17-all. Minson Mine, by the way, in the FTF Next chat says we're doing fine.
Oh, we are doing fine. Glad to hear. But how do you let Logan Jack that far open? So I could have got him the ball quicker. That would have been a bigger game, but it kept the chains moving. 1st down, keeps the ball in their possession.
Split backs formation for Richardson, 2 to the left and 1 to the right, 4 on the defensive line for the Scorpions. Hand off Jack. Has a little bit of a hole, but coming across the middle is a big hit from B.J. Lovelace. He has the tackle, 2nd and 7 after a 3-yard gain.
B.J. Lovelace had a great game last week with 8 tackles, 6 solo tackles, 9 tackles total. Ball hawking there on the defensive side of the football for Arizona.
Offset eye. Carolina will have the side of the line for Logan Jack. He'll get a couple more, make it 3rd and 4 at the 47. Got to get it past midfield for a big first down and get it on the Arizona side of the 50.
Well, once again with the stop there on Logan Jack, bringing up a 3rd and 4. Clock dipping below 5.5 minutes to go. Arizona's defense desperately needs a stop right here.
Split backs again. Prasad to your left, Shea Carroll at the top of your screen. To the right, thrown over the middle, that's caught. Crossing pattern is a good one, and it'll net them a first down for Shea Carroll, and that's a big play to get them across the 50 and get them a new set.
One-handed catch by Cal across the middle, bringing, like you said, a big first down, puts them in Arizona territory, keeps the clock moving, getting them in field goal range.
Not quite into field goal range yet for Wally Herman, although they're close. Richardson into center. Has the football, 7-step drop, moves up in the pocket, throws on the run, towards the sideline, caught, and it'll be taken out at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Skyhawks, and a nice play over the middle.
Great pocket presence there by Sully Richardson, stepping up and just floating the ball right to Flash Furman there on the outright, going toward the sidelines. They're definitely in field goal range now. The clock moving. It's a big drive. Arizona's defense needs to come up with a stop and in a hurry.
Shout out to Flash Furman, 15 yards per catch right now, 45 yards on just 3 receptions. Good work from him. Being dependable, but not always the number 1 option, and that's going to be through the middle for Logan Jack. It's a 5-yard gain for him, 2nd and 5.
Again, BJ Levis there at the tackle. Just, no matter where Jack goes, it seems where Levis is following him. Brings up a 2nd and 5.
Offset eye for Richardson. He sees something at the line. He's going to call it out. So we're changing up the play here. And off Logan Jack, right side. He gets taken down behind the line again. And Logan Jack's had a rough day at the office, partly due to that man, Mark Mello.
Mark Mello, again with a big tackle, the 6'6", 295-pound rookie. The 3rd pick overall in the draft this year, coming up big for Arizona when they desperately needed it. Bringing up a 3rd down and long situation, 9 yards to go for the Carolina Skyhawk offense.
Scorpions crowds has plenty of reasons to get loud. They're none louder than this spot right here. 3rd and 9, needing a stop for the Scorpions defense. Richardson throws deep right side. It is picked off at the 4-yard line. 1st and 10 for Arizona at the 4-yard line. What a play to bring that one back.
Mana Kanaka with a big-time interception there inside the 5, preventing a score, getting the ball back in Arizona's hands. Although they have a long way to go, they have a short time to get there.
Mana Kanaka, 5 interceptions in 3 weeks of play. He's been a man possessed on the defensive side of the football for the Scorpions. Ashley Jackson to the outside, has it in Moses' hands. Spins past 1, but not past 7, as the Skyhawks will get to him, 2nd and 6.
Great play there, and they're going to the hurry-up offense. They seem to be doing this and be successful with it each time that they ran it so far.
Going to put the ball over the middle. Nice throw, nice catch, 1st and 10 at the 17.
I believe they have caught Carolina in a defense that they are outmanned in, and they're just running the football. Beautiful. Look at this catch. Beautiful pitch and catch there.
Yeah, plenty of space as well. 2nd and 4. Don't look now. Scorpions trying to move the football. Getting into formation, single back to the right, one to the left. Jackson has the football, tipped and incomplete. That was dangerous. Don't forget, guys, our SFL night is not done just yet. Coming up at 9:30 p.m. at the conclusion of this game, Cameron Irvine, Charles Doherty are with you in Denver. The Tyrants travel to Denver to take on the defending champion Denver Nightwings in a rematch of the Season 13 championship game. That comes up at the conclusion of this one. They're waiting in the Mile High City for us to finish here. Trips left for Jackson. 3rd and 4. Jackson to throw, has the catch. That's a first down, and a few more to the outside they go. 1st and 10 to the 25-yard line.
Hurry up offense again for Arizona. They get a playoff before the 2-1 they do.
over the middle, and what a grab that was, reaching his hands over and bringing that one in. 2 minutes left in a 17-all ball game. 1st and 10 for the Scorpions when we come back. This is the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans, and on 252 ESPN Greenville. New Bern. Back in the desert, you take a look there at James Hands. He could be a real key target down the stretch here. 61 receptions, gives him ninth most in the league entering this week.
As he'll be a big factor down here with that big catch by Tarius Bovine right before the break. But you can see 61 receptions there on 85 targets coming into the game. As you said, 9th most in the league.
And make that 6 touchdowns now, as he has one today. This is a big moment to have him in. If they can, trips left for him. They'll go to the left here, caught, and they'll get near the first down, but not quite there. It'll be 3rd and inches at the 41. Donnie Hands, brother to James, brings that one in. He's had a decent day so far.
Both the Hands brothers have had a decent day so far, coming up with crucial plays. Donnie with great second down catch right there, and as you said, James Hands with a touchdown earlier in the game.
And James Hands, though, has had his hands full with Zane Doty on that side of the field. He did beat him once for the long touchdown earlier, but Doty has owned that match. This will be a ball over the middle that's caught. First down for the Scorpions. They're moving the football into Skyhawk territory, and they are in long field goal range. It'll be a 51-yarder from the spot.
I believe that was TJ Punk there on the reception. I couldn't quite catch our Tiberius Bovine, but either way, first down, get the chase moving. Inside a minute to go, they get in field goal range. This could be the game sealer.
All 3 timeouts still remain for both sides as well. They're more important on the Scorpion side. Jackson throws. That's a catch up the seam. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, and the Carolina Skyhawks take their first timeout. What a grab by James Hands, as we mentioned him earlier.
Wow, what a catch by James Hands. Just outside the body, just concentrated beautifully on that football and brought it in, getting them in field goal range. Let's see what happens. Carolina smartly takes the timeout to try to save some time for their offense.
Needs this. Arizona does, in the worst way. At least get yourself some points. Maybe get yourself a win. Keep yourself alive in the playoff picture. That's going to be a run for Moses that goes nowhere. 2nd and 11. Carolina stops the clock again. They have one more of those remaining.
If I was Arizona, I would just keep the ball on the ground with DJ Moses. Don't let Zane Doty and that opportunistic secondary make a play. Just keep it in the hands of DJ Moses and just play for the win.
They're going to try to do that. 52 seconds. 2nd and 11. Going to give it to Moses. He's going to get taken down at the line, just behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 12. Not making it any easier for their kicker. It's not a terribly long field goal from the spot. Jackson going for the end zone. Oh, it was nearly picked off. That was close. Jackson nearly bit the dust there and turned the ball over at a very inopportune time.
Why would you do a hurry-up offense and throw the football in that situation? Ashley Jackson, luckily that wasn't picked off or going the other way. But, man, that was a dangerous play call, dangerous throw, just unbelievably. They got away with it.
They did.
Let's see if they can get up. Let's see if they can take the lead here with this field goal.
Bryant Dynasty, 1 for 1 tonight, has a chance to put the Scorpions in the lead with 38 seconds to go. Middle hash. Snap good, hold good, kick up and on the way. It is up and through from 38 yards. The Scorpions have a 3-point lead.
On the leg of Bryant Dynasty, great field goal there, putting Arizona up late in this ball game by 3. They're going to be kicking off, but they're going to be kicking off to that dangerous man that we said before, Mr. Harish Prasad, who has 2 touchdowns. They're going to need a big return from him right now.
Oh, that'd be nuts, wouldn't it? Talk about a way to quiet a crowd if they can do it.
Really quick.
Yeah,
In about 10
Dynasty
seconds.
gets the kickoff to the 7-yard line, to the 20, right side at the 25, taken down at the 30-yard line. That was huge. 29 seconds left, and the Skyhawks can stop the clock exactly 1 time, minus any incompletion. So this is crunch time here for these guys as they're trying to go 4-5, put themselves in the thick of things at the top 10 of the league. But Arizona has come out and put the stake to the heart of Carolina in this game. We'll see if they can keep it there. Otherwise, maybe Richardson can find some heroics. Split backs formation for Richardson. Pump fake, thrown over the middle. That one's fumbled after the catch, and it's recovered by Arizona. I would not be surprised if we have another look at this one, but as of right now, it's Arizona football, and that would be your ball game.
I don't see how that would be a fumble there by Sheikh. I don't think he had his hands on the football.
What a duck. Oh,
yeah.
Did he bring it in for a football move is the question.
I don't think he did. We'll see if it gets challenged. But like you said, that football came out squirrely. And the booth is going to review that ball came out really squirrely, as you said before. I don't know if it could have been tipped at the line or whatever, but let's look at this.
Had
Let's
to be
look
a
at it
duck.
again.
Just see from the tip. We'll see if we can get a front view of this. Richardson with the throw, the catch right there. He did bring it in. We'll see if they say he had possession of it or control of it. 62 is going to have an angry mob one way or the other here.
62 always seems to be in the center of controversy here.
It is indeed. They say it's ruled a fumble. If my ears heard me correctly, and that is going to mean no, Carolina still is out there on offense.
Nope, they're saying it's an incomplete pass.
Okay. All right. So they looks like the microphone got confused for the referee there. That's fine. Carolina still has a chance then. 2nd and 10 with 24 seconds on the clock. Thrown right side. Caught, can't get to the sideline. That's huge. 17 seconds left. Got to get into position here. Do they spike it? No. They're going to run a play. Richardson to the outside. Why do you pass it there? No huddle with 7 seconds left. No timeout being used. 3 seconds, and they're going to call their last one like they remembered they had it. And that is going to bring us to our final play of the game in a 3-point contest. They're at their own 34. They got to haul a 66-yard Hail Mary to see if this works.
I just ridiculous play calling there. Richardson's like, why are we calling that kind of a play at this in this section of the game? But like you said, it's going to be the Hail Mary. We've seen it work on occasion, but we got 3 great defenders in the backfield with Hendricks, Kanaka, and the Hall of Famer Eddie Gage going to stop this Hail Mary.
Not a regular Hail Mary. They're going 5 wide. Richardson just about to have the football in his hands. Your last play of the ball game. Ball's in his hand. 3-step drop. Throwing deep right side. That's not going to work. And that is your ball game. The Scorpions escape. Home cooking works for them 20-17 over the now 3-6 Carolina Skyhawks.
As you said, Carolina is now 3-6 along with Arizona. As you see the time of possession there going in the way of Carolina, even though Arizona first half, both teams having 2 turnovers. It was an unbelievable game for both teams wanting this playoff run to stay alive. Carolina takes a hit. Arizona's stay alive with a 20-17 win over Carolina. Huge win for them, but it was a great game by both ball clubs.
And playoff implications abound at the end of this game now. Arizona moves to 3-6, and when they most desperately need it, they go on to play at St. Louis, who sits at 4-5 after taking a tight loss to Atlanta yet last night. On the other side of the equation, it is Carolina who goes to 3-6. They play against Vegas in Carolina a week from now, and Vegas right now sits at 4-5. So that is a tight window of opportunity for these teams to get in. Only 10 teams of 21 can get into the season 14 playoffs. We'll see which ones do in just a couple weeks' time. For things here in Arizona, your player of the game, Gerald, give me 3 words or less who you think it's going to be.
I were going to have to say it would have to be Sully Richardson.
Okay, well, you failed because it was more than 3 words, but we'll take the answer regardless. Nice work. That being said, Arizona squeaked out again with a win. Congrats to those guys and Eddie Gage and company on the win, keeping their playoff hopes for season 14 in their inaugural season alive. So good work. That being said, your player of the game is James Hands. Interestingly enough, had the big touchdown earlier and was no small part, even though he only had 4 receptions. So interesting pick, but either way. For Cameron Irvine, Mark Lopez in the background, as well as Gerald Giudice, I'm Chris Curtis saying goodbye and good night from the desert. We send you out to Denver in just a few minutes' time for the Seattle-Denver rematch in just a little bit. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports, and for the fans, head over to simulationfl.net for more information. Thank you, 11 Sports and 252 ESPN Greenville, New Bern.